Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, and we have faced a bunch of new enemies and also nerfs that have made the game pretty difficult recently, but it seems that the hardest foe that we have is actually ourselves, Helldivers, and today we're going to go over the catastrophe that's going on with hackers and our own teammates. We're going to go over all of that. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So there is a full-on rebellion going on in Helldivers 2 right now. We recently just got the new major order where we had to collect 45 million samples, which did seem quite impossible. However, right after that, cheaters got into the game and, well, they completed the mission in just a couple of minutes, and they put out a major order update saying that Super Earth High Command has detected a large batch of counterfeit samples within the delivery of the last major order. As is customary, medals has been awarded to all Helldivers who honorably performed their duties, and the ones submitting false samples have had their pet fish executed. This is actually pretty interesting. It seems like the rebellion of the cheaters has finally come, and it has a lot of people wondering, why do we even have an anti-cheat in the game? Because if it can just be bypassed like this on a global scale and it makes the game run worse, is it really worth having in there? That being said, it kind of is a disappointment in a little bit of a sense, because, well, we didn't even get a chance to try to complete it. It would have been cool if the cheaters went ahead and fixed it like at the last minute if we were about to fail, but we didn't even really get a chance to try, and now we have to wait for another major order. And along with that, it's not only cheaters, but, well, the chaos divers are taking over. If you don't know what this is, it's players upset with the nerfs, which is completely reasonable, but they are now going ahead and griefing players' games. They've even made these capes right here, which, by the way, this is a dope cape. I would really love to see this come in. However, as you can see here, there are entire teams getting killed by one chaos diver coming in and just ruining the game for these people. And I don't really know how exactly Arrowhead is going to go ahead and fix this because, well, it's kind of taking over and it's not very fun to play the game when you're trying to get a mission done and then you're just getting griefed left and right. It is interesting. There was some thoughts about whether or not this could actually be its own unique faction or a PvP mode brought in. A lot of players do seem in support of this, and it would be interesting to have a human enemy faction actually kicked off by, well, you know, the players who decided to roleplay as this. There is actually human rebels as a sub-faction in the game that will be coming in the near future, and this could actually be what ends up kicking it off. That being said, with all this going on, the gloom is definitely spreading, and it seems to be going in a direct line right now to Meridia, which is going to be interesting to see if that has any black hole issues with kicking off the Illuminati. And, well, if we have Chaos Divers as a sub-enemy faction, along with cheaters completing major orders, I have no idea what the game is going to do to go ahead and keep players engaged, because right now it's just a giant clusterfuck. That being said, I am going to go over some interesting leaks. Tier 5 NPC actually put up a great post the other day on the Helldivers subreddit where he went over content to come that has been planned or in the works that we might be getting into a long run due to the many controversial updates Arrowhead has been publishing for the game. And I'm going to go ahead and go over some of them. The one I want to talk about today is actually the vehicles. I highly recommend you guys do check out the Reddit post though. And there's some that we actually haven't heard of before. One is a Hummer, which is a fast moving troops transport vehicle, very similar to the Halo Warthog. Would love to see this come to the game. Along with that, there's a 6-wheeled amphibious reconnaissance vehicle similar to the LAV-25. We'll actually show some gameplay of that in a minute if you're interested. There's also a truck. Yes, I'm not kidding. It is literally a truck. It's likely an objective-based vehicle rather than a call-in. Something we haven't really heard about before is there is a turret walker of some kind, and the scale is unknown. It'll be interesting to see if this is a big or a small one. And lastly, there's a Pelican Overwatch. It's a potential AC-130 like stratagem, and I think that would be absolutely amazing to play as and have some really fun content and combat with that. That being said, there is some video of actually cheaters being able to get into the game and play on a couple of the vehicles in the game files. And I'll go ahead and show that here. Some of you have probably seen it. If you haven't seen it before, be in for a surprise. Some of these look pretty cool, and let me know if you think they could work well in the game. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on the current state of players rebelling, and what do you think about a rebellion faction as well? Also, don't forget to go ahead and check out this video right here and this video right here, where I cover more news and information on Helldivers 2. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by, and keep spreading democracy.